Talking about TV just to feel JC, yeah. TiVoMike.
Hello and welcome to the TiVoMike Show. I'm your humble host, TiVoMike, here from Steiner's studio in Providence, Rhode Island, coming to you live to tape to teach you what you need to know if you're ever in a near-death experience. That's right. I'm here with the Holy Spirit, here with Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, and Father God. The show's entertainment guru, my best friend, not here with us this week, but he is here with us in spirit. Be sure to follow him at EGMike84 on Twitter. That is at EGMike. The numerical value is 8 and 4 on Twitter, especially during the live broadcasts of One Chicago and Law and Order, both Special Victims Unit and Organized Crime, as he will be live tweeting. So you want to come and join him, join the fun. I hear even the actors from the shows themselves involve themselves with his live tweets. You do not want to miss the fun. So again, that's on Twitter. I hope you heard of it. It's a social network that allows you to basically send away messages to one another. It's really fun. At EGMike84 on Twitter. At EGMike84 on Twitter. All right, now let's get started with today's righteous recap of Chicago Fire. So much in store from last week's episode. There was the video of Casey from, I think some person just randomly took the video. I don't think we ever find out who took the video from Casey from his roof rescue, because it went viral for 15 minutes. And as we find out in the episode, just 15 minutes. Poor Casey. Mouch sets up a little free library at Firehouse 51. I love that storyline. And who else thought that the perpetrator would not have been the son, but would have been the mom from the neighborhood? Who else thought that? Was that just me? If you thought that as well, go ahead on the comments below on our YouTube. Go ahead and comment you thought it was her as well, before you realize, oh, it was the son. Just really thought it was hilarious. And again, please be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you'll be aware when a new podcast comes to this YouTube channel so you don't miss it. That also helps us with YouTube. YouTube now knows that people are liking the content, and they'll share this with more people that love the similar type of content, and we all win. It's like a win-win-win scenario. And lastly, Herrmann breaks protocol. Well, not really. I like when they try to get really deep with some of these storylines, and I'm looking back like, what was the problem again? Well, anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I have to calm down. We're going to take this in as much organization in order as we can. But you know me, I go off on tangents all the time. But hey, that's what we do here at the TiVoMike Show. And you love it. You know you love it. You know you do. Okay, anyway, let's get started. So what's going on first? Let's deal with, do I want to deal with the video from Casey? It's kind of a side issue. No, let's get started actually with Brett, because I really love what she's doing. Her storyline is taking a wonderful arc from who is she dating this week, and will she and Casey get together now that they are together? Is that going to be the whole sum total of her? You know, they tend to do that with these relationship storylines. They tend to make that the story. That's never been a reason I watch these shows at all, so it's always annoying when it happens. So I like it, because there is, if you're noticing this season, a new emphasis on real world issues. So Brett's tackling the issue of a real shortage that the ambulances have in areas like, obviously here, the greater Chicago area. So she opens the episode and she tries to draft a plan that would see non-urgent matters get handled by a private ambulance service so that medics can focus, therefore, of course, on who needs aids the most. You know what I mean? So I thought that was really good, because it tells us that this is even an issue. Like, who knew? Like, you just assume there's enough ambulances to go around, you know? I know in living in downtown, I hear the ambulance all the time, so I figure people are being helped. You know, and you don't think the rescue time being 15 minutes later. I know in my last building we lived in, it was really interesting that there would be a false alarm where it would go off. And, you know, because we knew because when the ambulance came and the fire people showed up, there was, I mean, not the ambulance, the fire trucks would show up. There was nothing there. So, but you always have, you know, where the fire trucks go, ambulances follow. People are normally caught inside of these homes, and it was never the case. But it was quick. It was within, you'd hear the alarm, you'd come outside, within minutes, 2-3 minutes, there was like 5 trucks. And then, you know, go inside, and nope, that's fine, come back later, false alarm, everybody go home. So it was really interesting to learn that this is an issue in big cities, especially a condensed city like Chicago. You would think, come on, Chicago, get on it, get these ambulances up and running. So I really thought that was good. Did you know the episode was called Head Count? I just love that because it's all these people bringing out, right? How many people are here, who's left, who's not. I want, maybe it's just me, comment below if you disagree. I think we should do away with episode titles. I think it was cool in the 90s for like shows like Friends. They would say, the one where Joey sees, the one where Phoebe is, the one with, because it was kind of fun and they made it known that that was the way people, we may have not known that was the name of the episode, but we knew that's how people refer when they talk to other fans about the show. Oh, did you see Friends? You know, which one? The one where, so they use the natural language of fans to do it. I think either go back to that or just get rid of it. Just say, you know, Chicago Med, season 10, episode 2. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's how you look for it on. You don't ask Siri, hey, you know, I don't want to get my Siri to act on me. But, you know, you don't want to say that and say, show me head count. But like, what? There's no movie. What are you talking about? Oh, no, the episode title. Oh, okay. You know, just, anyway. See, again, I go on my tangents. Forgive me. Forgive me. Holy Spirit, keep me centered on this. So obviously this episode gets really going when the team is called out to dislodge a car from underneath a semi-truck. Guys, these accidents that they reply to, or I guess respond to, incredible. And you know these are real life scenarios. You know there's consultants on the show going, oh, we've, you know, found in one of these cities this happened. Let's put this in the show. You know, like, so this really happens. It is crazy the things that people go through in life. My gosh, keep prayer just every day. Every time you hear ambulance or you hear fire truck or hear any of that, just if you believe, and hopefully you believe, you listen to this show, send out a prayer for them. It was a tragic. So it all seems like a standard job, of course, for Herrmann and Ritter, who they still have not given a backstory, but I'm going to let that go until he hears the muffled sound. So here's how you know what the show does. So I'm getting whiff to the game. You know what I mean? So they have the scene. It's dramatic. Everyone shows up, goes to town, saves the lady, gets her out. Is she going to live? Most likely it's going to be fine, right? But when the scene lingers and they show us more of protocol, then you know it's the story. Like, we need it for the story. Because otherwise they would just cut to break or cut to another scene when they're all in the firehouse being silly and cracking jokes, or someone's getting in love with someone else or whatever, you know. Or they're killing another mother off camera that's related to Brett somehow. Sorry, I had to go there. But, you know, they'll do these things. You're like, what is going on? So when they left and they were like, they made it a point. Herrmann, can you stay here? I have to go now. We all have to leave. But can you make sure this cleanup happens? Like, we know cleanup happens. Why are they? I said, something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. And when Herrmann goes to get under the car and Ritter was talking to him about something and he goes, shh, be quiet. I was like, I thought, part of me was like, are they going to kill? They're going to kill Herrmann? Is the car going to collapse on him and he dies? And Ritter has to save him and he doesn't? And then that becomes his not backstory, but his front story? I was nervous. I was nervous. So, anyway, he hears a sound that we don't hear. And of course, he pulls all this junk from up above the car, rips the car, and a baby. Oh, well, nearly. This is a little kid, but oh my gosh. I was like, there's this kid in here. He was going to die. What? Oh my gosh. So of course the scene goes longer than that, because obviously they needed this for what happens later about protocol. You're just watching the scene like, why are they making it a point that the ambulance isn't showing up? Are they going to kill this kid? So when he calls Brett, I thought they were going to be like, oh no, we're too far or something. And then they were going to have to, like, again, I kept thinking they were going to send the story in another direction to save the boy or whatever. I didn't think they were going to make it. Anyway, they did a good job, because I didn't think they were going to make it about protocol. So that's what happens. He breaks the rules. He reaches out to Brett personally. Apparently that's a big deal. The rescue happens, of course, right away. You can tell Herrmann is shook from this the whole time. Being a father, he later says, every call like this that I come away from, I call my family and ask, head count, how's everyone doing? You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine? Because I felt that. I was like, that boy would have just died. Would have died. And it wouldn't even found until, So anyway, that was crazy. What others? No, let's stick to that. So then, of course, this man shows up, really mean to Brett. Doesn't even shake her hand, and he's the chief so and so of the protocol ambulance people or whatever. And he's asking her these questions like she, killed a puppy. He's like, did you know that he called in? Did you analyze it? Was it on the record? Did you do this, that, and a third? She's like, no, I got a call and I showed up and I saved a kid. What the heck's going on? Herrmann gets, of course, very upset, obviously, because this is ridiculous. You're worried about protocols. And if it's a big deal, then you know what? Just send an email. Be like, by the way, you got to sign this form. Don't do that again, but way to go. Or something. They're making it sound like she done kicked a puppy. I was getting heated. I couldn't even enjoy that scene. I was getting so mad. I was like, Bolden, aren't you the now super CEO of the fire of the land now? Can't you just say, shut up, boy, leave this place? They saved a kid. But he didn't do that. Not at all. He had to warn Herrmann about the punishment and how it was going to affect his chances for promotion, which I thought he was going to be like, well, this is going to affect your promotion going forward. So, and then they paused. I thought he was going to say, so congratulations, I promoted you before I write this in your note or something. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I was hopeful. I don't know what I was thinking, but it didn't happen. I was like, doggone it. But Herrmann, true to form, takes on the punishment that really should have not been a punishment at all. But he took it on and he goes, no, I did it. And I told her that I did call it in officially or whatever, and I did cancel the other one because the chief fire dude, mean protocol guy was like, well, there were 2 ambulances to responding to the scene. Well, fool, Mr. Protocol. I would have been retorted like, well, and how'd that work out? One was 15 minutes away. So what the flip's happening? Obviously no one got there. So shut up about your protocol. It wasn't like they were both at the scene. They arrived right at the scene after they helped her. No, they weren't even there. So no ill, no foul. Amen. And you were going to be just as late going anywhere else. Oh, so stupid. Anyway, I was just, I would have thrown something at the TV, but it's a Sony Bravia and I ain't going to do that. I don't have that cheddar to be just hitting it on. Plus, you couldn't see the rest of the episode if you do that. So, of course, there's a lighter note because, of course, Casey has become a local celebrity of a video. Of course, goes viral. He gets his 15 minutes. He's this hero. All the girls are showing up and wanting to get their selfies with him, and he reluctantly does it. You need these moments of levity to just help you live. You know what I mean? It's part of the reason I think we love. It's the charm of Chicago Fire. They can kick us in our heart and, throw us down a chimney through emotions. But the next scene make us laugh and just give us a little reprieve from our day-to-day real life so we can just enjoy life, learn some cool lessons, have some fun, and get to know some kind of cool things about how firefighters work. I love it. It's become a great show that I would not have watched. None of these shows, Chicago Med, Fire, or PD, were my shows. Like, I was like, no, they're like Law and Order, like wannabes or something. Like, I was like, no, thank you. I'm not trying to watch any of this. But God bless him. The show's entertainment guru absolutely loves these shows, and his preaching, his gospel sharing of these episodes finally got me to take a look, and I'm glad I did. It's one of the great TV shows, because it lets you take a break from real life and just have some fun and learn some cool lessons. It's not total, candy for the mind. It's also good stuff. So I really like that a whole bunch. Let's get to the other fun thing. Mouch sets up a little, the little free, like a little library thing on a pole or whatever. And this is going on right as during the time simultaneously with the Casey video going viral, making him a celebrity. So as that's crescendoing, so is Mouch's free attempt at a library, of course, to sell his own book called like Fires of Flame. Let me see if I can go online real quick and take a look. What was the name of the book he wrote? Oh, I should have wrote that in my notes here. I didn't write that in my show notes. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot the name of the book. Oh, because it was so like Flames of Heart, or do I have it here? No, doggone it. I can't believe. Oh, shoot. Sorry guys. I'm just a bad host. I should have had that, because it was funny, and it needed to be part of what was in this hilarious. I loved it. So he has this free library that he's going to do for the neighborhood, puts it out there in the public sphere on the street so that everyone can see it and use it for free, free of charge. I thought it was kind of cool of them, a cool thing to do, promote book activity or whatever they say it does, helps people learn or read or whatever. I don't know. Whatever goodness it does. So, but he really wants to get his book out there that he published. And it's not the most appropriate book for kids, let's just say. So, here he goes, and he gets confronted by a neighborhood mother who returns with the book to say, do you know this is smut? And this is my kid grabbed this, and he was like, well, what a great book for him to read, or whatever. Don't ever put this out again. It was hilarious, because she's really going full to town. I mean, again, I don't know if I were a parent, if I would chastise a firefighter for having good intentions. Obviously, good intentions aren't everything, but knowing that they were good intentions, and it didn't look X-rated. It was just, Flames of Heart Love, or y'all have got to comment in the section below the name of that book. I just kept going, what in the world? These writers had fun with this. But this is going on where he's being confronted by the mom, like, don't put this filth out there, while Case is being confronted by all the local, like, teenagers, because they're like, ooh, we love you. You were a hero. Here's a picture. So it's hilarious. And, of course, that crescendos while they want him interviewed, and the department, Bowden comes to him, and they order him to go get interviewed because it'll look good for the department. And then he gets sidelined by someone who, like, saved a gorilla or something. So I thought it was hilarious. He finally was getting into it. Then, of course, nothing happens. Meanwhile, the other firefighter is being confronted by the neighborhood mother, upset what they're doing. So no one's getting good press. So I thought that was kind of hilarious. But anyway, so they return to where he had set up the book, because after the mother is angry with him, of course, she yells at him to put it away. Don't put it back out. He instead puts it in the front again and closes the thing like, yep, It's still going to be available. I want that out there. Comes back ablaze. Now, I thought, oh my gosh, this woman set fire to the whole... You don't burn books. Book burning, like, seriously, something real. I can't. I was like, I didn't see that for the show. And I should have known it wasn't going to be what I was thinking, because this was part of the lighter storyline. You know, we already have Casey. No, it's not Casey. Brett having this whole protocol thing happen where she now has a new boss that she has to go past this new idea to about how to really fix the issue with not enough ambulances can respond to the guy who she meets under the worst circumstances. So, like, this is a heavy, and plus the father reacting that way and the whole episode, it's like it was getting heavy. Plus, of course, what's the guy's name who had the near-death experience? Excuse me. Oh my gosh, this is why I need the entertainment guru. What is the name of the guy? Cruz. That's it. His name is Cruz. The one who had the near-death experience. So the whole episode for him, he's freaking out, not wanting to tell anyone how he's doing. And he's having a hard time, a hard come-to-Jesus moment about this near-death experience. And so you got that with Brett going on with what's going on. You got Herrmann. Like, this was heavy stuff. So the Mouch thing and the Casey thing seem to be light. So when you see the book burn, you're like, wow, are they really going to go there? They've turned this woman into a book burner? So he gets the people and he says to Severide, I need you to do the investigation. You're good at this stuff. And right away he goes, okay, let's take a look here. Whose glasses do these belong to? Or whose glasses are these? And he goes, oh, because looks like what happened is the glasses were there for in front of this glass case outside during the day. The sunlight beams through glass, which focuses on whatever is behind the glass, causing a fire to start on this extremely, extremely dry book. So, I think he did it. I mean, so Mouch did it himself. I loved that. Plus, it's a good tongue-in-cheek to reminiscent to Bill Nye the Science Guy on Saturday mornings for kids to learn how science works. Of course, we didn't need to know that. We already knew that magnifying glasses and glasses could focus the rays of the sun to cause burning. We would do that with ants. Or was I the only one? Comment below if you were the only one, or if you were with me and you did burn a few ants. I do feel bad now, Peter. Don't come after me. I do. I genuinely feel bad. This before I saw the movie Ants. I was really looking back like, I can't believe I killed like 3 or 4 ants. Like, I would just watch them burn. Like, that's sadistic. Or maybe I was just curious. I don't know. I think I was pretty sadistic. My mom said that I don't have a memory. I don't have any at all recollection. And not in that Clinton way, like I don't recall. Like, I genuinely don't remember. We had a cat, apparently, when we were really young. I think I must have been before first grade, so between maybe 5 and 7 or whatever. And she says, I would torture our cat. I don't remember us having a cat. She goes, one time she saw me put it in the microwave. I'm like, anyway, so, I don't know what was going on with my childhood. I was very angry somehow. What was that movie? Good Son with Macaulay Culkin. Maybe that was something going on. So anyway, all in all, it was a great episode. They really got you thinking. Again, I love what they're doing with Brett. I love the storyline. She has a real mission to make an impact on the community, and they're making that her arc this season. I'm really looking forward to that. They're not focusing on, her and Casey together, whatever, get over it. So I love that. I love that for Cruz, they're slowly letting him just come to this realization, and maybe he's going to come to a moment where he decides what he really wants to do. Does he want to continue doing this or not? Because it's the thing I think we attribute to all firefighters, which is why we love them so much. They're our heroes, right? They're great. They literally enter into burning buildings when the reaction is to leave a burning building. So inherently, it is dangerous. You could die. And it's a fascinating storyline to show Cruz have this. I was almost dead doing my job. Something I knew was always a thing that could happen, but maybe now it has more gravitas because it actually almost occurred to me, or because now I'm married, or because I'm a future father. It's really good. What I don't like as in the writing is bad, but not liking, going with what the character's doing. I don't like his decisions. I don't like him not telling anyone. I think he, maybe his best friend that also died in the series 2 seasons ago, maybe that would have been like his buddy that he could have gone to and confided in how he's feeling. And maybe now Cruz doesn't have that. Like, who is Cruz's best buddy on the show? I don't think he has one. And so maybe that's going to be the thing the writers really play up on, is I would have said something, but I need a safe space. I need a good buddy I could just kind of vent to, where it doesn't impact on my career. If I say the wrong thing to someone and they go, oh, well, you're not ready to return to duty kind of thing. I just want to vent this out. And I think that speaks to a lot of issues with us men, again, to be overly stereotypical to us. But we typically do not vent our issues. We keep it in. We're very solutions oriented. And we're more like, well, that sucks. You got to deal with it kind of thing. That's our philosophy. And if we don't have the tools to deal with it, then we suffer in silence and die early. I mean, that's what happens. That all gets to us. So I really hope they have a good end game for this storyline for Cruz, that us men that we watch, we can learn from this fictional character being overly dramatic, being such an emphasis, so we can take a little piece of that and go, if I'm going through something, let me confide in somebody before I weave out of control. I shouldn't suffer alone. Women pretty much, again, being overly stereotypical, already have that. Us guys don't, but no homo. Is that what they say? It's like, whatever, you know what I mean? But just get to that. So what a phenomenal episode. Can't wait for what they have in store for season 3. Please, in the comments below, tell us what your favorite moments from the show were. Hit that like button, because that helps the YouTube algorithm so that it knows the show was of value, and it'll let other people know who also love our show for the content could find us. So like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video goes live. And we thank you for listening to another episode of the TiVoMike Show.